Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I just beat this game. Now, I think this is a very important video for me to do because I have never had the most popular opinion on the original game that came out on the Wii. That's the only version I've ever played. And when I played it, I never beat it, got stuck in a boss fight, ditched the game. And while I've always admitted it's a great game, I also always admitted that I just wasn't the biggest fan of it. With this game, however, things have drastically changed. I have a lot to say about this, so let's begin. Alright guys, let me start by saying that I absolutely love this game. I love this Definitive Edition. I think it's an amazing, excellent game, and I strongly recommend it. That's right, count me in on the Xenoblade Chronicles wagon. I think it's a great game, and now I'm officially one of those many people out there who will recommend the game. Another thing that I want to say first is that this game was a gift sent to me last year by my friend Rem. So Rem Reanimated, thank you very much for sending this game to me. About a year and a half ago, I streamed this game only for 2 hours, and I remember that it left me very impressed. I went to the game with the lowest expectations possible because I didn't really love the original game on the Wii. When I played this one, I was flabbergasted, I was surprised, I was amazed. I had some trouble with the battle system at the beginning, but eventually I got over it and I got used to it. So in the end I was like, my god, this is great! I gotta go back to this one day. Unfortunately, thanks to my enormous backlog and my lack of interest because I never really loved the original game, I never went back to it until a few weeks ago when I finally said, dude, I gotta play this. Come on, it's been over a year, I gotta put my mind into it and play the game so I can have a proper opinion about it. And so I did. And I couldn't stop playing it until the very end, until Future Connected, which is the epilogue / small sequel that's included in this version, and then I finally put the controller down. So let's just start with the positive right off the bat. I think the game looks absolutely beautiful. It's impressively beautiful. The moment you start playing it, from those first scenes to later in the game, this world, these graphics, it just looks absolutely gorgeous, man. The controls, the interface, the movement, the camera, it just plays masterfully, it plays very well. This is one of those games that the moment you start playing it, it just feels great. Sure, I mentioned at the beginning that I had trouble with the battle system, but after a few hours, I got used to it and I ended up loving it. People say, including me, that Torna, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, the Golden Country, has the best battle system. And wow, I did love that battle system a lot. But this one, I don't know, maybe it's because I just beat it like a few days ago. Wow, I just gotta admit that I really like this battle system, and I think it's better than the one in Torna. But that might be just because I just beat the game. Yes, I really enjoy this battle system. I love the chain attacks, I love the break, then topple, then blow attack. It's just very easy to abuse these side attacks, these back attacks. It adds a little bit of strategy to this gameplay, and I really enjoy this battle system. However, I gotta admit, guys, that, coming from a guy who's played like a gazillion JRPGs in his life, this story wasn't 100% original. Yes, it's impressive, and I can see why a lot of people think the story is, wow, it's mind-blowing. And not to a lot of JRPG gamers out there, veterans, because this is a plot we've seen many times before. Now, I'll avoid as many spoilers as I can, just, something very small. It's the usual plot about, fighting God, and the character saying, oh, we don't need gods in our world. So, we've seen them many times before. So while the story is not exactly original, it's very well written. And it traps you, it hooks you in. A couple of plot twists here and there that are like, wow, this is great. So I didn't absolutely love the story, but I have no problem with it whatsoever. Now that's it for the positive. Overall, it's an amazing game, but I do have just one gripe with this game, one negative thing to say. This is a game that only has two difficulty modes, normal and casual. I played the first several hours in normal mode, like 12, 13 hours or so, and I never realized there was a casual mode until I got stuck in a boss. And I was like, oh my god, I can't beat this boss, let me go and grind a little bit. So I did, grinded for a while, like 2-3 levels, came back, the boss still killed me, and I cheated. I am not ashamed to admit it, I cheated, I downgraded to casual, and I beat the boss in like 5 seconds. My point being that the difference between casual and normal is abysmal. I can't believe how easy it is on casual mode. It's a freaking walk in the park. On normal mode, I had to lure the enemies one by one carefully and take down their ginormous bulk of HP. And in casual mode, I just can go and lure everything and kill them all in like 1 minute. But my problem wasn't really with the difficulty settings in this game. My biggest problem is that the enemies, including the bosses, especially the bosses, have way too much HP. And some of these bosses, particularly the Telethia, you know, they heal themselves. You guys know me, I hate when a really tough boss, heals itself. To me, having too much HP and having to heal themselves, that's a very, very cheap and uncreative way to make your game hard. The game is not really that hard. It's challenging, it's tough, yeah, but that's about it. Not one of the hardest RPGs on the Switch, not one of the hardest JRPGs of this generation. It's not really that hard, and once you start abusing certain characters, certain skills, and certain tactics, the game is actually normal, challenging, and that's it. Unlike this bastard that has the same problem, enemies and bosses have way too much HP. So they're hard and take a long ass time to take down. In Xenoblade Chronicles, they aren't really that hard, but they still take a long ass time to take down. Why is that? Sometimes it took me like 5 minutes to beat a couple of enemies. Sometimes it took me like 15 minutes to take down a boss. And in casual mode, it took me like 10 seconds. I wish there could have been something in between, something in the middle. Like, I feel that the game only had like hard difficulty and very easy difficulty. Like, where's my normal difficulty? Where's my easy, like not so easy difficulty, for example? But even if it only had one single difficulty mode, normal, balanced mode, the same problem. It just takes forever to kill something in this game. And if you like that, cool, more power to you. Me, especially when it comes to grinding, I didn't like that. Still, it didn't bother me that much, which means I still believe this is an excellent game, like an A-tier game. It's no masterpiece. I wish I could call this a masterpiece like many of you, but you know, that little problem, that gripe I have with the game just prevents me from doing that. So it's like an A+ game, almost a masterpiece. Still an excellent game, and I'm so glad to jump in on the wagon of the fanboyism of this game. It's great, and obviously I strongly recommend it. Now, I don't want to talk about Future Connected because it's sort of like a short epilogue / sequel. It focuses on Melia, one of the main characters, whom actually she felt like she was kind of a protagonist, but then a certain other character stole all the spotlight. So in the end, I think the developers felt, hey, we should give this character, we should give Melia something else, something more present so she can have more screen time. And they did, and they nailed it, you know. If you're a fan of Melia like I was, you know, Future Connected is a great short adventure. However, it's also a little bit disappointing because of things that I don't want to say because they're spoilers, but let's just say that the Melia part is great, but the rest of the part, the characters and everything else just feels lazy and weak. But that's just my opinion. Still, if you love the game, Future Connected is a must play. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, excellent game, strongly recommend it. Check this game out if you haven't, give it a chance. Oh my god, it probably will blow you away. Casual mode is just too damn easy. And normal mode is just too damn grindy and tedious. And it takes a long time to... Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. See you next time!